welcome to a very special abnormal stream, because as you might have noticed, not in my usual gaming den full of gubbins. I'm here in a studio live with some special guests. So welcome to the stream. I hope you've all had a fantastic day. We're going to be hosting a watch party today through the Amazon Watch Party, and we're going to be watching a Prime Video series called The Wilds. It's the first episode in the series, and I'm quite looking forward to checking it out with you guys live on the stream, and we're going to have a little discussion. But first, I want to introduce you guys to my special guests with me today. We have Aloni, we have Amelia, and we have Vic. And yeah, would you like to introduce yourself, let everyone know who you are?
Hey guys, I'm Oloni and I'm a sexual wellness and relationships content creator.
Woo, hello. I was like, wow. I am Amelia and I have a YouTube channel and a show called Chicken Shop Date, where I date mainly rappers and other musicians in a chicken shop.
I feel like I need to ask more about this in a minute, so I will.
It's very awkward.
Yeah. It's the stuff of dreams. Yeah. I love it. My name's Vic, and I am a TV and radio presenter and a journalist.
Well, it's really good to have all of you with us today. Thank you so much for guesting on my stream. And for all of you watching at home, I know this is like a totally bizarre experience, because usually it's just me chatting to myself, essentially, in front of a camera, and people just laugh at the weird things I say. So this is weird, because now I have 3 people who can just sit there and go, what is she on about? So this show is all about sort of like growing up as a teenager, and I feel like we all know how awkward that can be sometimes, at least when you're kind of trying to navigate the world growing up, especially if you're a woman. It's pretty, there's some pretty interesting situations that can happen. But yeah, so I guess we just wanted to have a little chat, really. So I kind of want to talk to you, Aloni, about your blog and your podcast, and about what it is that you do for people.
So I basically advise women when it comes to relationships and sexual wellness, and just help them make better decisions when it comes to their love lives, basically.
Yeah, because that's I think there's so much bad advice out there, and it's kind of terrifying.
There is, but we all learn from our mistakes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's good to have a voice of reason to guide you a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I know when I was growing up, there was some real interesting scenarios that you kind of end up getting involved in, that's for sure. But oh my God, I remember when I was, how old was I? 15, and I remember my boyfriend at the time knocking on the door, and I was in floods of tears because he was early and my hair was curly and I wanted it to be straight, and I was like, I look so ugly, he's gonna hate me, why is he here?
And I was like, boyfriend at 15.
Yeah.
What I wouldn't have given at the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was an interesting time though, because you don't even know yourself at that age, and you're trying to navigate the world of dating at that age as well.
How long were you together for?
2 years, a while, yeah.
I have no idea what a relationship would have been like when you're still in school.
Yeah.
Because I just spent my whole school years just alone.
Oh no!
On my own, no boys.
But you have your friends, right?
A lot of unrequited love.
Yeah.
A lot of unrequited
And it means
love.
everything, doesn't it, when you're that age? And I remember I used to go home and listen to Travis, or Snow Patrol, or Get Kate, Where Kate Fly, and I'd sit alone in my room on a Friday night, which is what I do now anyway, because of lockdown, and listen to these albums back to front, and have candles lit, and just think about all the boys that I fancied. And fancying someone took over your whole being, your whole life.
Really
and all of those Chris Martin lyrics, they were speaking to me about that.
I love how deep the lyrics felt.
Does everyone have a song that they relate to their teenage crush or love? Because mine's Beyonce, Dangerously in Love with You. Don't know why.
That's a good one.
Every time I hear it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I remember that boy.
Every time you saw the boy with that song play in your head.
Definitely.
Yeah, Dangerously in Love with You. Yeah.
Mine was The Scientist by Coldplay.
Okay, wow. You were really in your feelings.
I was so in my feels.
I was a big McFly fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
classic.
That was me.
I have bad McFly memories, because I used to mess with my hair a lot, and I went to school one day and I had my hair all done, and then they started calling me that girl with 5 colours in her hair. But in a mean way. So then I was like, well, I hate McFly now. Ruined for me. So how do you think, and this is quite an important one, because when I was growing up, I think I had a Facebook account when I was like 13, and I didn't have my own computer, so it was on my mum's work laptop. Really awkward. Like, Mum, can I borrow your laptop so I can just have the Facebook I'm not supposed to have yet? And that was like a weird enough experience, navigating the internet when you were like that age and then growing up with it. But I think I'm 27 now, and I feel like my experience of using the internet has kind of, it was like the last possible experience of not being completely engaged in the internet while you were in that awful like teenage point. And now it's so different. Now everybody's constantly connected. You got like TikTok, you got Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Everybody at such a young age is expected to be like everywhere. And I don't know, how do you think that's like affected people growing up these days?
I think it's overwhelming even for us, like, when we're adults or trying to be. But if I had been younger, and I feel like I'm the last generation for whom my phone is not an extension of my hand.
Yeah.
But if it had been, I think the constant validation that you seek in when you're growing up, you want everyone to like you, you want to fit in, and the internet is a place where it feels like anything that you don't have is amplified, and you're seeing this filtered version of everyone else's lives. You start comparing yourself to something that doesn't exist, something that's not realistic, and that's such a dangerous thing. And I really feel for young people who have their whole lives online, everything is accessible, and there's nowhere to just kind of pull away from it all and get a bit of perspective.
And just like live, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just have experiences like outside of being online, because that's so important.
That is true. I'm so happy I did not grow up in the digital age when I was in school, because honestly, I just love the fact that I was able to play outside and I don't think kids play outside anymore.
Oh,
they don't.
It's seen as weird now.
And it's like the knockdown ginger days. Where are the knockdown ginger days? That doesn't happen anymore. I want someone to knock on my door and run away.
No, you'd get knock on the door and they say 2 meters. So
I'm not even joking. I played it the other day in my
Did you?
apartment. I did with my friend. She came round. We went upstairs. We knocked and we ran
did
away.
not.
It was like the thrill. Just the thrill. But yeah, like kids don't do that anymore. So I do feel for them in a sense that it's always constantly comparing yourselves to what other kids don't have or have. And it can have an effect. But there's also positives as well, because kids are able to be creative. Kids are also, able to do things and inspire, they're inspired by others that they see online. So there is definitely the pros as well.
yeah, like all of our jobs kind of are happening because we're able to be in control of the content that we make.
Yeah.
So like we have our phones, we have our social media platforms, we have Twitch, we have everything, so we can just do it ourselves. And I think that before, like our parents' generation, it was a lot harder to start your own thing online. Well, there wasn't an online. So yeah.
Yeah, I do miss the days of like ringing at my friend on the house phone. No one uses house phones anymore. I don't know
Apart from
anyone
my
that
mum.
does. Apart from your mum. You ring up the house phone. Is she playing out today? No? Okay, go.
But then you disconnect the broadband,
Exactly.
wouldn't you?
Done.
I don't understand it because like we would go to school and be with our friends at school, talk to them the whole time. Then as soon as we get home, we then talk to them again. I'm like, what are we talking about?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but it was a really big deal. We
It
had
was just
MSN
like-
Messenger.
MSN was the
Yeah,
best.
MSN. It's like,
my
how do
gosh.
we have? What was there to go? I guess.
Well, there was friends at
constant chat.
school, but then there was like people that you didn't even know from other schools. There would always be like, you'd have a boyfriend. This is the closest I had to having a boyfriend. Is that some boy at another school that I'd never met was just my boyfriend, and we'd put each other's names in our names, but in like some uppercase and some lowercase letters. And then if they were ignoring you, you'd go offline or pretend to go offline, and then appear back online to remind them that you're still there. I'm still there.
Did you have the song lyrics as well in the
song lyrics.
in the description?
Wow,
Like,
the
oh, I hope
nostalgia.
he sees this.
And now it's a liking of a picture.
Yeah.
Oh man, the MSN days, man. But like, do you think these days, like, I think drama is a huge thing these days. Like, it's monetized. People monetize, especially when you see like the beauty community and stuff. It's so monetized to be like, there's so many dramatic things happening. Oh my God, can you believe what she said? And like, that's always been a thing. But do you think it's worse now? Because like you say, you go to school, you hang out with all your friends, and then after school, you're on all your social media with all your friends, and you already know what you're doing every day. You know what your friends have been up to all the time. So like, you kind of like want to make things interesting, and people start.
Yeah, I think drama's always been a part of life, like
Yeah.
throughout history.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
There's always been, people have been interested in the lives of other people, and gossip and scandal and all of that. And it's just, over the years, it just takes different forms. And I guess now it's through like Instagram pages that post gossip, or like WhatsApp groups, or like even this new one, what's it called?
It's a new one.
Clubhouse or something.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I've
all
heard of that.
people's conversation. So I think that like drama is just a part of life always, I think.
And it's just faster these days. Like, drama used to be something you'd probably read in the, I don't know, in your local store. But now it's, you know, as Melia said, it's literally at the palm of your hands these days, and it just comes at you a lot faster. So it's definitely been changed over the years.
From like a young age, I feel at this point, your drama spread more than it would be like.
And there can be a lot more lies, because things
Yeah.
can, I mean, we see this in the news on a global scale. News spreads so fast that there's a lot of time that it's not fact checked properly.
Yeah.
And so fake news is rife because things are spreading, they're clickbaity, and I do worry about that, because I feel like the younger generation are more connected than I ever was growing up. I'm in such awe of like my younger brothers, my younger cousins. They know what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
They're so engaged, and they're so aware of everything, which is amazing because they have all of this at their fingertips. But it also means that they can become like world-whelmed. I don't know if that's like
a good word.
yeah, I think I might have made, I don't know if it's made up word, but like world-whelmed, it's like there's
We've made it
so
up now.
much. There's so much to access and so much that we know about, and it's almost like, are we supposed to know about this much stuff?
And it's easy to get burned out on that as well, like,
Yeah.
because you care about so much, and then it gets to the point where you're like, I am full. I can't possibly care about anything else because
Yeah.
I'm so concerned about everything now. And I think that happens so.
I'm
And you feel so
thinking about
guilty.
this.
And people do prefer to believe in the lie than the truth, which is also scary.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say is, I was telling my friend this the other day, is that I like knowing that we all don't have our things together. Like, not every people aren't perfect, and it's okay. So even if you hear something from someone, it's just like, well, I know I've got stuff going on in my life, so no one's perfect. So
It's true.
don't allow it to bother you too tough.
And also no one's perfect, and also everyone's different in the sense that everyone thinks about things differently, everyone feels different emotions, and once you like lean into that, the differences, you're not so then upset when you don't fit in or something isn't the way you thought
absolutely.
it. It's because, well, everyone has a different way of processing everything.
I think when we were growing up, there was a lot of people at school would get bullied, or they would feel insecure because of the ways and the reasons that they're different. And it's only as we grow up, all the things that made us different are the things that we start to embrace and start to celebrate. Be like, that's what makes me really special, really cool, really beautiful.
Yeah.
There was so much we hated about ourselves, and I think that is going to be the case for young people, especially young women, for forever, because we're always made to think that we're not enough, that we need to improve, that we need to be more this, be more that, be less this, be skinnier, be taller, have better hair, better skin, all this stuff. And it's only as you grow and you realise that people really love everything about you, and that your uniqueness makes you really interesting, that you start to embrace it. I just wish that young people, I wish my friends had known when we were younger that those things were really cool.
Yeah, and it's not just our generation either. Like my mum was saying, when she was younger, she plucked her eyebrows to like the thinnest minimum eyebrow because that was just what was cool, and that's what everybody did at the time. And now she regrets it because now they've never grown back. So now she has really thin eyebrows. But it's the same thing. Like sometimes you conform to those like standards so much, and then, you know, time goes on, trends change, and then you're like, oh my God, I permanently changed something like that, when actually I hate this now. And it's such a shame that we feel pressured to do that sometimes.
It's true. I feel like it's like, you know, good for you, not for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's that whole thing. And I think, especially with women, it's like, there's just not one way one woman does everything. It's what's good for one woman is not good for another, and that's great.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
No, exactly. And I think it's like TikTok, I think, is particularly interesting because whilst there's like bullying on that app and it can be like a kind of toxic place, at the same time, that app has like such a diverse amount of people creating content on it that just shows you that like it's such a nice contrast to the typical like Instagram thing we're all used to over like the last few years, where everyone's so perfect and filtered and face tuned. And like while there is some of that on TikTok, a lot of it's really like just natural content.
I love
And
it.
it feels more
It's so
fun
good.
as well.
Yeah.
Like there's so many communities on there. I was on there. I mean, I was very surprised because I was just like, I don't know how to do this. I think I'm doing it wrong. Definitely too old for it. But there is beauty in it, just seeing the creativity that young kids can come up with, which I kind of envy because I didn't have that when I was younger.
Yeah. I love the family TikToks, just like the natural ones of like people filming their mum and dad like doing something funny or shouting at them or like whatever it is. And I'm just so like, I'm honestly overwhelmed by like how many creative, talented people there are. You're editing, you're directing, you're shooting, you're scripting your own content all the time, everyone around the world. Like, it is mad.
Yeah, it's the whole shebang.
It's mad.
It's amazing as well, like, as you said, these communities that have formed online, and for all that there are many negative things about the internet, like, there's so much positive. And the fact that people can feel represented, they can feel spoken to, they can find other people who are being honest. And honesty and transparency are the most important things, because when people are honest, we realise that everyone is got something that they struggle with, or everyone has something that they're insecure about. And knowing, because a lot of the time you look at other people and like, oh, you're perfect, your life's perfect, you've got it all together, and you don't realise everyone's carrying something. And again, that's something growing up, I just don't think we realise, but everyone's carrying something that's difficult. And once you know that, you almost act a bit more kindly towards one another, you with more respect to one another. And I think the internet can be a place where, especially now that we're not seeing each other in person, these communities can go far and wide, and people can feel togetherness.
Do you feel like everyone's, like, the internet's kind of changed, like, in comparison to what it was maybe like 10 years ago? I feel like more 100%. People are holding each other more accountable. So what was given a pass maybe 10 years ago or seen as toxic, like, other people are calling it out, which is more, it's more of a safe space for people, and it kind of protects as well.
I think so. But I agree. I also feel like there's just always more room for empathy. I think that's what a lot of times the internet lacks, and just like the world lacks, is like that. Just human empathy, being able to like sympathise with other people, understand other people's point of view, so that when someone does do something wrong, they're called out, but then it's like, but why was that wrong? And let's address the problem rather than the individual.
Exactly. I mean, I'm sure my stream is sick of hearing me talk about this, because I talk about this all the time, because it's fascinating, because I'm constantly saying, like, at the end of the day, especially if someone comes into my chat and it's just like, why are you doing that? That's so weird. What's that about? I don't understand. But it's like, you try and understand from like their perspective. They might have just never seen something like that ever in their lives. They've never had this experience growing up where that's something that, like, oh, they might think, I see what's happening here. They've just like, they've not developed the like connections in their mind to be able to think critically about something or like open up to it. And I just think that's fascinating. But also, like, when you start thinking too much about that, then you kind of, there's no end to it.
You can think forever.
You
become world-whelmed.
God, honestly, I'm loving that. I'm going to write that down.
I know, that's a good one. So like, I know I spoke earlier about my whole like curly hair situation, whereas now I embrace it, because now I'm like, I wish it was even curlier. Like, why did I straighten it so much as a kid? I've ruined it. But like, was there anything like maybe you had that was an experience of like growing up as a young woman in like today's society?
I'm thinking about just all my boy mishaps as well, and just knowing that it wasn't right for me, and just being glad that I grew up and learned so many things about myself and what I wanted in a guy. So yeah, that's probably it.
Do you feel like that you learn most from mistakes?
Oh, most definitely. And people around you as well who are honest, because some people tell fibs. But yeah, definitely your own mistakes help.
Yeah, because I've been thinking about that recently, when like a few mistakes or like things going wrong have been happening, and then looking back, I'm like, wow, it actually taught me so much. And maybe if those mistakes hadn't have happened, I wouldn't have like gone so many steps ahead to where I am now.
See, the issue is when you make the same mistake over and over and over and over.
Right, yeah. How do you get out of that cycle?
Asking for a friend.
Well, so what we're about to watch, The Wilds, the first episode of a new series on Prime Video. And this may be the sort of situations they get in might be slightly different, because I think there's some, sort of plane crash elements to this, which I don't think I've personally experienced growing up. So this is quite a different experience, but nonetheless, there's probably going to be some things we can all identify with, at least somewhat. So let's start the watch party and check out the first episode. And I can see you guys in chat. I'm going to just have a little read of chat right now. Sorry, I've totally been ignoring you because these lovely ladies have some fantastic points. But if you are new to the stream, welcome, hello. I hope you're doing well today. We are doing a watch party today. It's for a brand new series. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Not the usual setup, as you can see, but it's good fun anyway, so please sit back and enjoy.
Ooh, it's starting.
We'll travel them here as quickly as possible. And the quarantine will be lifted soon. Not just for you, but for all the victims. At which point you'll be free to see each other. Just to be clear, our primary goal is to conduct an investigation. There's a lot of haze surrounding the circumstances that we just want to clarify. And I cannot stress this enough, but
Oh, that's okay. We're so good we had to see it again. So yeah, we'll just watch the beginning bit again. That's
Let's
all
just
right.
grab a snack.
Oh.
Don't have to tell me
Oh,
twice.
started from the same place. We're good.
But me, I'm here for you to make sure you feel safe. As a trauma specialist, that is my soul and safety for you.
Could we have our subtitles on, perchance? Actually, one of the cool features of a watch party, you can all put your own individual subtitles in your individual languages on, which is really cool.
Like, grab bag here. Anything calling your name? Good, great, great. Don't hesitate to ask for seconds. Third, anything at all, really. We've been through, we want you to feel as comfortable as possible.
Nothing as of yet. You're the first one we brought in.
So then you don't know what I've been through, do you? You're just assuming trauma, you're just assuming it was a living hell.
Okay, Leah, no one.
She's called Leah. Oh my god.
I don't need to say that what happened wasn't traumatic. Obviously it was traumatic. End up where we did, middle of nowhere, completely cut off from the lives we left behind. Brings us to the real question, doesn't it? What was so fucking great about the lives we left behind?
Oh.
Okay.
It's a big old rabbit.
I always wanted a house rabbit. But then you think they poop everywhere.
I remember the dark moods, the violent moods, moods that nobody had any patience for.
It happens.
Right.
I did do that with the Monopoly table when I was a teenager, in fairness.
Oh my god, these remind me of my small backpacks I had in school.
Yeah.
And there you were, just trying to belong somewhere.
I was on the swim team.
Really?
Did you do-
Yeah, but that's because someone was sick.
Things that you had for us. Like, we were supposed to be these golden gods 24/7.
Go on, girl.
Wow.
Damn.
That was impressive.
It's a mermaid.
Not good enough.
It's never good enough. I thought it was good enough.
I'd give her 10 marks, to be honest.
Same.
I remember the responsibilities.
Is that the, wait, hold on. You didn't even give me a chance to
For adults forced on us before our time. Responsibilities that made you think, yeah, this is definitely fucking with my healthy development right now.
Oh, God.
Not holding back.
And don't get me started on the impossible problem of sex. If you were terrified of it, which you had every reason to be, you'd be deemed a frigid chastity bitch. But if you were somehow unafraid, like if it was just naturally your thing, then God help you. world is a dangerous place for a sexually evolved girl. And on top of all that, there was this new feeling, this sick, ugly feeling of wanting to love and to be loved back.
Oh no.
Been there, babe.
Oh my god.
I'm going
that
to his
is
house. I'm
really
going to your mum's
horrible.
house. Sorry. No,
Find
no,
him.
you don't. No, you don't.
So if we're talking about what happened out there, then yeah, there was trauma. But being a teenage girl in normal-ass America, that was the real thing hell.
Oh wow.
What a line.
Every time I fly over the ocean, this is what I've done.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like
This is what I'm scared
that's
of
what
as well.
everyone thinks.
I feel like they really prepare you for the worst, though.
Yeah, they do. They're like, yeah, at the very beginning. Although the slides do look quite fun.
Yeah. Has anyone ever been on one and survived? Like, a crash in the sea?
Has anyone been on a plane crash? No, I haven't.
Oh no.
No, you had one job.
Fucking hell.
Oh, that would hurt. Oh, baby girl,
No,
let it go.
don't.
Let it go.
Tell us what you know about the Donna Eve.
The retreat was my mother's idea. She thought it would be therapeutic.
Did you have a chance to look through the activities? You know that.
But they were just scared of me. My dad had started looking at me like I was radioactive.
Private plane, honey. Direct to the Big Island. That doesn't boost you out of your funk? I don't know what will.
Stop in front of my emotional devastation as a funk.
Leah, I mean,
This is hitting home slightly too much.
but your father and I, we're kind of at a loss for how we can help.
I'm really trying to
Yeah, maybe there should be like a breakup camp where you go.
I know.
Not
To
hits
heal.
like this.
Yeah. What you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to feel and deal with it.
This reminds me of that film.
Lost.
No, not even that. Titanic.
Jack! Wake up, Jack!
There's definitely enough space.
On the board.
Jeanette, that was her name. I found out later. And she was the only one to come along.
Oh,
That's
smart.
nice.
Have you ever been on a private jet?
Oh my
I
god.
haven't.
You haven't?
I just admire my friends' photos.
The Texans, Dad and Shelby. There was Rachel from New York and her sister Nora. And Fatin.
I think they'd be more happy.
I know. I would be buzzing
With
if I was on
Instagram
a
like
jet. I'd be
this.
like, whoop, whoop. They're obviously going through a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
Right now, hundreds of girls just like yourselves, board charters just like this one, are en route to our retreat in Kona, Hawaii for a long weekend of female-centric learning and growth.
Sounds great.
Dawn of Eve literally waits for you now.
I was somewhere else. Trying to disappear into those pages. Where it all began.
You know there's a vegan drum circle on the South Lawn? I mean, seriously? Be a vegan or be someone who does drum circles. It's not tough. Everyone is just too fucking interesting around here. I've got, like, interesting to human.
Is that why you hang out with me? I'm so bland, it gives you a chance to recharge. I get, my hair's all one color. I'm a virgin, still drinks dairy milk. Shit, I really am boring.
I think by being the most known poor person here, you've broken 10 tables. You become the freakiest freak of all. Well, either you're fat, the true basic bitch.
Why did she even go here?
You seriously don't know? Fat is a cello virtuoso. He's like a shoeman at really hard. You don't have to be that book now. Miss Wolf only assigned it because Galanis used to go here. It's shameless alumni promotion. God. Have you read chapter 6 yet? A 12-page description of the wallpaper in a waiting room.
Yeah, but I think the waiting room was like a metaphor, though. That's stuff she felt.
Tell him yourself, he's coming next week. Some kind of school-wide literary event.
So, in the interest of bringing us all together, I'd like to propose a little icebreaker.
There's always one.
Yeah.
Sit down.
So here's how it works. One person says something they've never done, and if you have done it, you have to drink alcohol. We don't know each other really well, so how about we just pair off, powwow with your partner for a second, and afterwards you can introduce her to the rest of us.
That's white girls who powwow. No, that's not her word. We should be triggered.
I'm not though.
Always fighting your battles for you.
Because you like fighting? Okay. Guess I'll have to play matchmaker. What about here?
Just let me sleep. I'm on a flight.
Group of 3. And you can just sit this one out. Alright. Shelby. And what? Martha, it's a pleasure. Okay, so let me tell you a bit about me. Very real. Right? And family through Jesus. I do pageants. I'm doing this conference to offset the pageants. Some colleges might say even as retrograde when it comes to female empowerment. Has anyone ever told you I have the most drop-dead gorgeous eyes?
So you admit you
There
have gorgeous eyes.
Questions about your cargo pants?
Yeah, well, I'm not a lesbian. Sorry to disappoint. I just like storage.
Pockets are great.
That is such a good reason to get cargo pants. The pockets.
I guess just why do you think?
Because they're super cute, super hilarious.
I just think it's kind of funny. You wearing that to a feminist retreat because your shirt is literally telling women, get out of your face.
I accept feminism. I get called a girly girl like it's a bad thing. So I'm double the amount of girl. And somehow that's not feminist. It's ridiculous. Thank you so much. This is delicious.
Thanks.
Oh my god, that was
That
like
looks so
school
good.
cake, which was like the best
Cake,
cake.
school cake.
Me
Oh
too.
my gosh.
Yeah, I used to. I cut from the team fun sports for my conduct. This bitch from the team kept following me, so I pissed in my hand and I threw it out. Oh yeah? I was a beast on the court.
People who waste their talent get on my nerves. A feminist even letting me face off with some foolishness on my part, I don't forgive myself.
What do you do?
I have an appetite for coming to a digital scale.
Your phone would be all mucky then.
Coco and Jax. They're from the same litter, but they're like so different. So what kind of music do you listen to?
I really know everything, you guys.
I know it's
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I literally asked you what kind of music you like.
history, and guess what I listen to most? Pink. Honestly, you should all be checking out Playtime. You can't act on Playtime. And my Playtime says I like pink.
I like pink.
What are you guys looking at?
How's this fun?
Something listening to me at all?
You're from San Francisco. You hate paying home school. You work at your family's restaurant. You collect erasers. You have 2 pugs named Coco and Jax, and you're existentially prepared to admit that.
Owned.
She was listening.
At least none that you know of. I've got a pretty good lay of the land. It's just none.
Did she bring her own pillow? Traveling queen.
Right.
Was what it's about.
Such a keeper. For our anniversary, he bought me an actual star. Like in the sky. And he named it after me.
Shelby, sorry. I think you have cake in your teeth.
Would you excuse me?
Isn't that what happens when you eat cake? You get cake in your teeth.
Yeah. Cake's actually quite an easy one to get out of your teeth.
Yeah, you
it's
can
not
suck it
a piece
out.
of sweet corn.
Oh, wait. Ooh, what the?
God, it reminds me to wear my retainer.
Yeah.
Forgot where.
I wonder how that happened.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh no. This is. It's always when you're in the toilet. There's turbulence.
Oh, gosh.
The thought did cross my mind that this could be my final moment alive. I did reach out for comfort.
Oh my God. This is.
Oh, my gosh.
And shut everything out.
What would you do?
I don't
Probably
fucking know.
start saying the Lord's Prayer backwards, like.
Just succumb to it.
I took no measures to
Yeah, would you actually think, okay, this is the end of my life, like, let me do whatever it is that I want to do right now?
I had a good one.
Yeah.
Time for me to go.
I think you'd be so stressed, like you wouldn't know what was in your head.
Honestly.
Well, no semester 2013 National Book Award winner. But to me, you'll only ever be the little shit who sat at the back of my class making paperclip chains and ignoring every word I said. Please welcome Jeffrey Glass.
I should say, in hindsight, that the paper clip change that she's referring to probably had more artistic merit than anything else I was turning in her class. Anyway, I thought that we would start with the reading.
Oh,
Which was simple.
something's happening here. I can tell.
But finally,
She likes him.
something that would add color to the bland desert.
You know when you know that look?
Yeah, it's the look of love.
It's relatable.
This hotel after my goddamn eyeball with some empty head. Can we give me
Go louder. Please. You swapping? Okay.
God, how terrifying. They got to get to the island. It must be freezing as
Yeah.
well, unless it's.
If Titanic's taught us anything.
Or maybe there are some places in the world where it would be warm sea. But I think pretty much it's all cold.
Generally cold, yeah.
When you're that deep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
From the crash to when you started the shoreline, you could move all part estimate.
Is that hard to get in? It's all blurred. I'm not just swimming. After the plane went down, beyond this blink I remember it. Even the wind that came to on the island.
Oh dear.
Oh, God.
It's the chocolate cake.
Cake.
Oh, no. I hope that had nothing to do with it. Oh, my God.
I hope, is that the one with the sister? I hope she
Yeah.
finds a sister.
You gotta get up and move around, right? You're in shock. Who, like your parents? Well, if it makes you feel any better, they're probably feeling pretty shitty right now. Like, crushing guilt.
I'd be very angry if she was speaking to me.
Yeah, she's very
She's not good at this.
monotone, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's
No
surprisingly
empathy.
calm.
Yeah, no empathy in her voice.
That's the one that was changing her dad's, like,
Maybe that's why she's
yeah, she
Probably,
can deal
she's
with
probably
anything.
seen it all
Yeah.
and felt it all. Oh my God.
I know you're going
So
through a
she just
bad
put her arm on
time,
her.
but your parents are also probably going through a bad time, so is that okay?
Because if it is, I won't stop you.
Oh no. Oh, are they sisters too and have like a hard relationship?
I think I'm doing this shit on purpose.
Or no?
No, it just could be motion sickness. Or the fact that we just woke up in a fucking nightmare, right, Nora? I was just asking. No, you weren't. You were treating me like a child, like you always do. I mean, that's why we're here, right?
This is not the time, guys.
Yes, it is.
Oh God.
You got it in your head. You didn't protect me. Now we're here. You ran your mouth off to mom and dad. What did you tell them, Nora? Nora, would you tell her I was worried about you and maybe you needed a break? Great. Great fucking break, right?
Oh, bless.
Motherfucker.
How did she get her teeth back?
Oh.
Crazy.
Wow.
Oh no.
Fun, isn't it? No, it just means I love you to me also. Okay?
Wait, so what's going on with her foot? Was she? I don't know.
I think
Was it
it's
an accident, or did she have that
maybe
before?
broken.
Okay.
Do you think that would really do that much?
I suppose better than nothing.
I'm really sorry if this is way out of your way. I would have called it Uber.
Girls, are we feeling him?
Oh my God, he's a lot older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Person who has chosen
But he's kind of hot.
to own a smartphone.
But then when you're younger and you're with an older guy, you're like, well, maybe, even though like it's so totally creepy if like they're into
I
you at
think
this
that
point.
he's too old for her.
Yeah.
How old is she?
trying to-
Is
yeah,
she
I was
like,
about to say,
are they
how old is she
16?
and
Well, she
how-
must be just in school.
Because
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when it comes
17?
to like Americans, like they love. It's always the senior with the college guy. Or something.
Yeah.
He was like doing a talk.
Yeah, that is true.
So do you want to listen to music?
Also, how did this happen? Like,
Yeah. I
how is
wonder.
he in the car?
Apparently you need a lift.
Yeah. So he can't get an Uber.
There's no reflection of who I am.
She's really feeling him. When you have to start justifying your music taste,
Or changing them?
right?
I didn't think.
That's why these days just give the cable to whoever's in the passenger seat.
Oh my gosh,
You
that's
deal
when
with
I
it.
start judging people.
Quality.
No music is ever good enough though when you've got a passenger.
Yeah.
You're like flicking through everything like, oh, ooh.
I wonder what time this was set since she's got CDs, because I haven't seen those pouches in years.
Unless it's maybe an older car, which would make sense. If you're younger, you get an
Yeah.
older car.
I don't know if you're hungry, but if you haven't eaten, we could get
Come to
some food.
mine. No?
Oh.
Ooh.
Goodness. I'm genuinely surprised everyone's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe everyone's on the swimming team.
Yeah, where's the pilot?
Where's that guy with the trolley?
Yeah,
Where's
Kate
that
guy.
woman that was talking? Be very angry if someone was asking me questions whilst I.
God, it's such a like crazy experience.
Yeah, it must
They've
be.
only just met each other and they're in a plane
Right.
crash.
I couldn't swim with someone like that. I don't think I could even make it ashore myself. I'd probably just be like, oh well.
1 minute we were eating cake, next we're drowning.
Oh.
Aw, I'm glad they're all good though.
But seriously, Shelby's been amazing.
She looks really pretty as well.
She's not breathing. Double time. No such thing as too fast or too slow. Actually, compressions can be too fast, so not deep enough. Slow down. Oh, ease up, Dottie. You're going way too fast. Okay, hell, if you're such an expert, somebody else tap in. Okay, yeah. You just have to. No, CPR.
Have you checked your earpiece?
Yeah, it's no, I can't hear it. I can't hear it. Got to push it over. Oh, I see. Is cooking. Oh, wait. Okay.
Single one of us you have. Is that important for your purposes or whatever?
Honestly, anything could be relevant at this point, which is why it's crucial that you give us this full picture account. Your flight, the others, what you're doing on that particular one.
I feel like I should be asking you about your book.
No.
I have to write an essay on
She's a lot happier here, isn't she?
This is the emotional turmoil, I guess.
Is this the guy who
was-
said she didn't
I
want to see
think
him?
so. I think so.
My heart.
I really did. Yeah.
Oh, she loves his book.
She keeps reading it.
Was she reading it on the plane?
Yeah, and it had the little note saying like "I miss you" in it. He's annotated it.
Oh, goodness.
First stage in a breakup, don't read their book over and over again.
He looks like a mix of Ross and someone else. I'm trying to think.
He looks like
Yeah,
Matt
he looks
Bottom.
like someone.
He looks like, it's that guy who does really, really silly films.
Oh,
Adam
Sandler and,
Yes.
and maybe a bit Ben Affleck.
Yes, with
Yeah.
a tint of Ross.
Can you even enter contacts with this thing, or is it just for selling drugs?
Oh, you're being funny.
Yeah, I don't.
Sorry, it was a joke.
Oh,
Young lady,
goodness.
what do you know about drugs?
It makes me want to. It makes me want to meet someone. I want to meet someone.
I know, right? It's cuffing season.
I know. I'm so cold on my
I
own.
know, right? Just me and my hot water bottle.
Oh my god, loving my hot water at the moment.
I've got a new one actually. Off Amazon too.
Oh, plug.
My Christmas list, yeah, is a water bottle cover.
Ooh.
Without making coffee. So you learn his number, every contour, every digit. Carve those little hieroglyphs on your heart.
Oh,
Oh, we've all been there.
Yeah, we know that.
Oh, my
She
favourite
hasn't saved
word.
his number properly. She needs to save it with the hearts. You know
I
the
never
emoji.
save numbers because
Because
I
that's when
always.
they start disappointing you.
Yeah,
As soon as you save
then they
it,
start disappointing me. As long as they're just
Are
a
you
number,
serious?
yeah.
it happens.
Always,
wow.
Like this
always.
curse.
Is that a
as soon
trick?
as you save the number, they start
gone.
acting up. It's numbers and telling your friends about them.
But what if you just save their number immediately from the get-go?
That's different.
Yeah, then you can
Then
get
you
out
can
of the
bypass
spell. Yeah,
this-
you can.
oh.
Or you can put the brush down.
Wait, what?
I don't know if she does.
And I don't believe her
I
as
don't
well.
believe her.
Don't believe her.
Wait, so is she like 16?
She must be. She's-
Thing is, like over there, they stay in high school till they're 18, so she could be anything from 16 to 17. Yeah, she wants to throw up because she knows she's lying.
What did he say in the text?
I think he might have asked her how old she was because she was replying with. I think
He
she's
said he wants
18.
to kiss her.
Consent is sexy, so that's nice, but we need to make sure she's 18.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
I hope they're normal people.
Nothing to be sorry for. You don't understand. I'm so sorry.
I'm liking this. I'm liking that they all have these backstories.
Yeah.
And creating relationships as
Yeah.
well.
Hey, if anyone had a fault, don't think you would have said something if we did?
Especially as women, because I think so often we usually see that women are usually catty towards each other,
Yeah.
but they're actually getting along, trying to help each other, and it's nice to see.
I feel like this will be like how the show will pan out, is them trying to work together in this
Yeah.
Don't need no man.
island. Yeah, no men. Imagine that, an island with no men.
Oh my god.
Would you love it?
Don't make me excited.
You gonna move?
God brought us to it, God will bring us through it. You know, the whole Jesus saves things of like literally, he's not gonna jetpack down and pull us out of here. They're turning.
If you did, it'd be pretty sick.
Twist. See if there's some fresh water. Maybe you should come with. I'll pass.
Hard pass.
She reminds me of Gina from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
So generous.
Oh my gosh, I know what you mean.
Straight.
Yes, great. Oh my god, I love her.
Shit prices laid your ass in a fucking sinkhole.
Guys. What the hell, Dot? I'm sorry. Look, I was saving her ass, okay?
Real wet. You honestly think Sam would dry it out?
Why would you do that?
I read an article
Wet sand.
about alternatives to rice in the bag. Sam was mentioned. Yeah, well, good enough for me.
Yeah, what is that whole rice thing with the iPhone? With the
It like, the rice sucks the moisture out.
sucks the moisture out.
Yeah.
Okay.
When people say it for anything, like, be like, I'm not feeling well, they'll be like, sit in rice then. It's not how it works.
Suck the bad energy out of you.
Yeah.
I think you should just eat rice all the time. That solves most problems for me.
I love rice.
I love carbs.
A rice cooker was like one of the best things we bought. So good.
Yeah, well, I've also shut down a 10-point buck, snapped a snack to finish the job, and butchered it in the field all by myself. That boat has to contain multitudes, Tony. Turn around.
I'm intrigued about her
shy.
teeth.
Yeah, I wanna
When
know
we're
what
gonna find out
happened.
about that.
Yeah, I want to know her story.
Maybe she had a terrible orthodontist or something.
Maybe she got hit in the face by a volleyball.
Oh.
She gives me volleyball girl vibes. I don't know why.
She gives me like nice cheerleader vibes.
No, I get it. You don't want to hear people trickling, so.
It didn't happen consciously, and I was finally starting to notice the others. Like Martha.
Oh, I really wanted to get a turtle. Pet tortoise.
You can just hear David Attenborough's voice as a voiceover right now. Because that turtle came on.
The veil of obsession was lifting. The world I had nailed under one was starting to repopulate.
There's no better place to grow into yourself. What does grow into yourself even mean? It sounds gross, like an ingrown hair.
Oh,
That's the.
look.
It's so chilly.
I'm not sure we're anywhere near Hawaii.
This is yours, right?
Aww.
But just like that, the veil fell again. And he was all there was.
Girl, you don't need him. You're on a desert island.
Right?
Oh my gosh, she's going, she's gone.
And she's really going, wow.
Hi. Hi.
Has it been 2 weeks? Are you 18 yet?
I don't know, she was ever going to be 18.
No.
She really does act much older than her age.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has
I feel like we've
confidence.
been there before. Like, you know when you just try and grow up like
Yeah.
really fast?
Yeah.
It's just like, growing up is a scam. Enjoy being a teenager, babe.
Happy belated birthday.
Oh.
Thank you.
But also he knows she's just turned 18 as well.
Ugh, listen,
Oh, oh, oh.
really? Okay.
Every girl has a vision for how she wants to lose him.
Why do TV shows always
Wow.
depict it like this? This
Yeah.
This is not how it
This
is.
is not how it happens. It's,
No. This is very underwhelming.
Something about priming.
It's like they just cut out all the ow, ow, ow,
yeah.
ow.
Stop. Stop. Okay, again.
Yeah,
no. No. Okay, we'll try again next week.
I'm not sure what I imagined it was okay. I guess I thought it would be just the rest of my life, just unremarkable. Maybe at a party or on an old couch in somebody's damp basement, lots of condom fumbling and apologies. If you had told me it would happen the way it did,
Get the fuck.
Hope you guys are using protection.
Okay, so he wrote most of the notes the first night they were together.
Then, yeah. So she needs to stop reading them.
Yeah.
This is over.
Yeah, was that like first infatuation?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Being infatuated with a guy, honestly, it's like a spell.
Yeah.
It's actually horrible.
It's an addiction. It's
It
horrible.
is. It's actually, you behave like an addict.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, when you fall for someone.
You're asking about my feelings? Or
What?
She wants to say, what are we? Go on. Go on.
Were they literally just met?
yes.
There's the whole like power dynamic in play though, where like she admires him,
Yeah.
and it's just like, oh, so tricky to
Dangerous
navigate.
dynamic.
16. Why do you think we're only finding diets?
That's why we had Diet Coke in our bags.
You're piecing the puzzles now.
I love a Diet Coke.
You're smart, huh?
I just read a lot.
Books, man, can't get into them.
Try having an elite athlete as your sibling. You do a lot of sitting, on trains and gyms and the stands, reading will happen.
But like, your phone's right there. And TV's so good. You know what? They said like graphic novels would be like the gateway drug to books. Apart from the pictures, they were pretty shit.
The gateway drug.
Oh, yes.
It's all very lucky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, just everything's just popping up into the ocean.
Popping up. They all know CPR.
Right?
Oh.
It's heavy as shit.
Wait,
Well, it's not
nothing's
wet.
been ruined by water.
We
Right?
should get that. We should get that suitcase.
Like
It's a good
waterproof
one
or
to invest in.
Then we'll get rich once they find us. Sand damages or whatever, not that your ass needs the money.
Just listen for water.
So sick of looking at your fucking police now. I feel like it thinks it's better than me.
Lord, in your mercy, grant us water so that we may drink. Lord, in your
Weren't
mercy.
you just telling me to shut up and listen?
Different. When you pray, God opens your senses.
John's such a joke.
But you know he's just a brainwashing tool designed to enslave the masses.
Even if you were just a
Don't know if she's still woke.
brainwashing tool, trying to think maybe your brain could use a good script.
fuck off.
Wow.
She's got a lot of anger.
In your mercy, grant us water so that
Did we see her backstory?
Lord,
Wait,
I
what was
really
it
want
again?
to know. No,
Oh.
the blonde one.
The
Oh,
blonde one was getting tanned.
No, don't try and help her. You did that on purpose. You did that on purpose. I would have exaggerated my pain. I would have carried on rolling.
Oh no, her teeth can fall
teeth.
out.
Oh,
We were like,
what do you do?
go ahead and go on back. I will too, but you should get a head start. I'm going to walk alone.
Oh.
She hasn't been. Can she tell?
What?
Did the teeth fall out?
No, the teeth are fine.
Okay.
Oh, her head.
Oh no.
We found for Diet Coke, of course, because, you know, sugar things, and then pant for you so that your legs aren't cold. Tall, but not great either.
Diet Coke is so teenage girl as well. Like,
Pants
survive
for
on
you so your
Diet
legs
Coke.
aren't cold.
I had to start drinking Diet Coke because when I got my braces.
You get in the head, you guys party without me. Get back. Did you find any water? Where's Shelby? Shelby? Yeah, she's right there. Your head.
Oh, that's fine. Then smack and retreat. Like, very silly of me.
have to be strategic. We only have 1 bar and have 0 battery life left. Every second counts.
May I just say, I am ready to make the call. Okay, my aunt is a 911 operator, and
911 is out. It doesn't work in every country, and we don't even know where we are. So if we're closer to like Japan, 911 is useless.
Japan's emergency number is 119.
Look.
Yeah, she's annoying. I see why she hates her now.
Make sure you know their number and make sure they love you enough to be waiting by the phone right now. Okay?
Oh. That's a hard question
Yeah.
for some people.
Oh, don't call him.
Oh, he's just going
Don't
to
call him.
Please.
Hello.
Oh.
What did that say? What did that say?
I'm outside your
Outside
house.
your house.
Oh, okay, it's not creepy at all.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
September 5th.
What?
Birthday? Anniversary?
Oh my god.
What's that?
It's your birthday. And you turn 17. Fuck. Somebody sent me a copy of your birth certificate.
Ooh.
It's
Ooh.
certified mail, and that means that somebody knows.
Oh.
Watching, and that's like some other level of, you have to get out of the car.
Just give me a second, just let me
Get out of the car. Leah, you have to,
explain.
Leah.
Oh my
So she was
goodness.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Men need to start asking for passports. Honestly.
It's good that he's like, this is not right.
Yeah.
And yeah, he didn't know.
He's not just like,
Yeah.
oh well, it's fine.
No.
It's fine, exactly. I'm glad that he's horrified.
This is a good
That's-
twist.
That is, yeah, also the correct reaction.
Yeah, definitely.
But also like, come on, girl. Why do you want to try and ruin someone else's life like that?
Oh,
yeah,
so this
who's
is what's
the
made...
person that sent the birth
I reckon her
certificate?
friend, that boy, I reckon he...
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the
that
boy.
is true.
Call him coach. No, not.
Coach? Does this girl think swimming is life?
Don't call your coach.
Oh my god. What's happening? Oh my god, the phone died.
Of course I did. Do you mind? I know David Joe Becker came there. He's at holes in the carpet right now.
Oh my goodness. Who are they gonna call?
I wouldn't even be able to remember a phone number if it was someone else's phone. I'd just be like, oh.
Andrew's probably busy consistently by now.
Go on.
It didn't work.
Is it even in the signal?
No, good.
Here. Looks like I hate the idea of calling those assholes. You all right?
Oh no.
Oh, babe, no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Ooh.
It's ringing.
Oh my
What
god,
do you
this song
even
every
do?
time as well.
I feel like she's gonna die. I feel like I had it.
Oh, that
in
was
my-
internal bleeding?
Oh my god. Everything dead.
Oh my.
I did not see that coming.
Oh no.
Right, oh my gosh. She was so sweet. She spoke a lot,
She was.
but she was
She
really
was
sweet.
probably too sweet, and that's why
Yeah.
she's died.
And she didn't say that she... Oh.
Oh my god. No, wow.
I'm not crying.
Okay, I'm just gonna say I'm really loving this so
Yeah.
far.
I feel like we're going to learn about each of them in each, like, episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, like
hope
Prison
so.
Break vibes.
Yeah.
Not Prison Break. Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, yeah.
How does it log into bury her? They're gonna come first and then we'll dig her right back up. It's only temporary. Just to keep the animals away.
That is smart, because I wouldn't have thought of that.
Sounds like you're volunteering. I am a dangerous minister.
She's everything really. She's got it all.
I think she seems quite sweet, though. Like, she's got, like,
Something's happened to her though.
Yeah,
The
something
blonde one.
Yeah. like-
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and the other one was trying to like dig away at her and be like, you think you're better than me, but I don't think she does.
Yeah, honestly, it's true. Sometimes it is like that. Sometimes people don't actually think they're better. That's
Yeah.
just them.
I think she
all
might have
about
had a bit of
perspective.
It's
a
true.
difficult time.
It's true. Everyone's just different.
Singing Pink.
She's quite deep, isn't she? This character, like she's quite.
Do you think she likes old school Pink or no? Don't?
Oh my
It's not
god,
the
this is
time.
cringing me
it's
out.
so cringe, honestly.
This is cringe.
Unbearable. Anyone sang Pink at my funeral, I'm actually coming back to life.
Yeah.
I guess it was her favourite band. This is absurd. It's the remix.
Wow. Okay.
Aw, it is beautiful though, in their own way.
I love how they all know the words.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Really, this is not the time.
That's
This
not
is
the time to be doing whatever those are called.
It's like they knew.
Sometimes parents just know. Do you think this is Top Shot?
Oh my god, I love it.
So you.
What issues?
That's such a Tumblr quote as well.
Yeah, I had so
Back
many
in the
logo
day.
t-shirts.
Right?
Make you go first. No those bullshit lightweight answers. Give us the real.
Never have I ever had vaginal penetrative.
Ooh, okay.
Guys, are we drinking? Are we drinking? No? I thought we'd play.
I'll drink. Do you drink when if you have done it?
Yeah.
If you have done it, you
Oh,
drink,
okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you just drinking for fun now. No, I'm telling you.
On my period. I mean, I'm not afraid. Never have I ever. Start my own business.
That's a wild
Have
one.
you guys done that?
Thrown one. I mean, I have a story, but no.
She's thrown her own piss at someone.
How?
Kind of impressed actually.
It's like,
Like a balloon. Could have probably put like a water balloon, tried it, threw it at her head a year or
Oh,
something.
festivals. Have you been at
Oh
a festival?
yeah, they put them in bottles, don't
When
they?
they pee in bottles and
Throw it
then
at the
throw
lineup.
them at... Yeah, I was at
actually
Reading
bad.
Festival. It was horrendous.
I've heard about those.
Oh my god. Oh, come on.
Sis.
She's obsessed.
and it's
This
only
is what it is when you're young and in
I
love.
know. I feel for her.
I can't wait for her to grow up though. Well, I can, but
You just know
Yeah.
the shame. Thanks.
This idea that you have to be in love with the guy you lose your virginity to. Ugh.
Oh, you don't agree?
Oh, not anymore. Did when I was younger.
I feel like
Just
it just has
trust
to be
them.
someone nice.
Yeah, ideally.
If they're
Even
nice.
nice.
No, but like, if they're nice.
Often not though, isn't
Yeah, but
it?
it's
Yeah.
often they're not. I think if they're
How
just
often do you
nice
come
to
across
you.
nice men?
No, that's what I mean. But if they were nice, then that would be great.
Yeah.
There's something I haven't
Tell us.
She looks a bit deranged here.
I feel like the end of this is just going to be her murdering everyone and then getting out.
Oh. But that means that she's basically been found then, because
Yeah.
duh, sorry,
Yeah.
it's all clicking now. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's an interesting.
Yeah,
It's an
all
interesting
clicking.
way of telling a story.
Yeah. It's just like, let's go backwards.
I wonder how many, if any others die.
She's a phone?
She had a phone.
Oh no.
Dude, go faster, faster, faster. Oh my god. Oh wait, I've just clocked what's going on.
What?
That's the dead body, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Don't call
Oh my
him.
God, she's calling
Don't
him.
call him.
She's actually an
Call
enemy
your mum.
of
Girl,
progress.
come on.
She's obviously calling him.
So that's the only number she knows
Wait,
off by
wait.
heart.
And he's gonna hear her voice and hang up.
He's just not going to answer.
Oh
But he doesn't know
my-
it's her, remember?
Oh yeah,
Someone
true,
else's
true, true.
phone.
Her number.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Pick it up.
He's not going to believe her.
Just tell him.
Leah?
Told you stop calling me.
From an unknown number, so I'll pick up. Because if you are, it's really fucked up. That is really. You have to stop calling me. Okay. Do you understand that? I don't want to talk to you anymore. It's over.
It's like, right reaction, wrong scenario.
Oh my.
Oh,
And the phone said, no,
Goodness.
no,
sake.
no.
The phone is
no.
dead.
I would actually drag her back into the ocean. I would. I would.
That is actually quite selfish.
yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
It's just a bit.
Don't use it for him.
You're on an island.
had
You're
Someone just
on a
died.
plane crash. You got the phone from a dead
sake.
body.
Yeah. Don't call the boy that you once had sex with.
When this is over, she needs to go to therapy, honestly.
Definitely.
I'll pay for it.
But it's funny because the plane was to take them to therapy.
Oh, that is true.
They all
Exactly.
need it for some
Exactly.
reason or
That is
other.
true.
Do you care enough to do anything? Anything at all.
What's this weird laugh that people do when they're crying? I don't get it.
Only when I have.
I don't know.
I just want to know
It's really not the main thing here.
God, she's really into
Priorities.
him.
That's what your first time does to you,
Yeah, it does. Turns you
Your
mad.
first
Yeah.
love turns you
That's why
mad.
we
It does.
Honestly, the education that needs to be done. Ugh.
Remember this when you see the others. Trying to figure this out. There is no crazy. There's only damage. When you go looking for what caused it, don't waste your time on that island. It'll lead you fucking nowhere.
Oh,
Okay then.
Slightly unhinged.
How did she escape?
Oh, that's the woman that leads it, right?
Which one?
Jeanette?
Can we even proceed without her assistance on the ground? Another operative. Have you located her? Yeah. She's still intact? Yeah, she's showing me something.
She's still intact. I hate it, thanks.
Looks like there was some mishandling by the transition team. And you put her phone? Of course. And you're absolutely sure she's dead? This was about 3 hours ago.
What?
What the hell?
Maybe this is the therapy. Maybe this is what was supposed to happen.
Oh, wow. That's twisted.
Yeah.
Very twisted.
Oh, that's messed up. Okay.
Twist. What happened to just rooms and long couches with a notepad?
This is 2020.
Yeah, it's blood on your hands, mate.
I am in shock.
This is such a good show.
Oh, this is great. I'm excited for episode 2. Yeah.
That was so
Really
good.
good. That was really good.
It was directed by one of the writers of Booksmart. Have you seen Booksmart?
No.
Oh,
one they're good
is
for.
that the Olivia Wilde one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, I
That was
loved
great.
it.
That was amazing.
Well, for those of you who just joined us who weren't maybe aware of what was happening there, that was a watch party for The Wilds, which is a brand new series that's just come to Prime Video. We just watched episode 1, and it was obviously like we're all pretty into that.
Can we do 2? Can we do 2?
Yeah,
I'm serious.
but if you couldn't see the video, it's because you didn't have your Prime and your Twitch account linked, so you probably just saw us like like gaping at the screen. But that's what was happening there. So welcome to the stream. Hi, hello. Yeah, so that was quite intense, wasn't it? That was a
really
lot.
intense.
Where do we begin?
That was a lot. I was watching
Yes.
chat's reaction throughout the whole thing.
Oh yeah, so what were you saying on the chat?
Yeah, so there was a lot of like, no, especially when it got to the part where she slept with the author guy.
Yeah.
They were all just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
When you found out how old he was.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm scrolling back now, and it's quite interesting. Obviously, Twitch gets a slice of like everybody, so there's a lot of people who come in and be like, "This is not my kind of thing." So they react quite interestingly, which is always quite good to know actually, because it's quite. You know, because we all, I think, reacted the same way to some of that. Just
I feel like we could relate though, like her emotions and her obsession that came from having sex with this guy, it being her first time, falling deeply in love. Like, I think we've probably all been there, but you know, it's.
But then have we been trapped on a desert island with only one phone call and decided to phone unrequited love?
Absolutely not. But it obviously has come at a bad time for her. Like, she's gone on this plane in the midst of her turmoil over this guy. Like, she's obviously not healed from the situation. So, so like for her, like it probably seemed like a rational thing to do to call this guy. But yeah, what I mean,
that's just how like messed up it is when you feel like that deeply for someone. It's like you just don't think straight.
You don't.
You don't.
You only see one way, like especially when you're I don't know whether to call it in love or infatuation.
Yeah.
But that's why I was thinking about it, and it just like made me think that I don't like the association with virginity and first love. Like I really do wish we could like teach young women that it doesn't need to be that way.
It should be about trust, right?
Yeah, and it sometimes it creates this unhealthy attachment, which is what we just saw.
So what do you think though you should swap it for?
I would say, as you mentioned, it has to be trust, respect, understanding, honesty, because she wasn't honest.
No.
She was not honest.
So
and that's what needs to be taught sometimes.
So it could be with someone you like, is it who you aren't in love with or
Listen,
in a relationship
it could be a friend,
with?
as long as you have that understanding.
So you're attracted to each other.
Exactly, it's like you're attracted.
There's trust, you know that they're not going to go too far or do anything that will hurt you.
I agree, there
respect
has
for
to be
boundaries.
respect.
Yeah,
Everyone treats you like how you want to be treated. Yeah. But that's not always the case.
No.
But that's also fine because like you have so many different experiences and you will do. And as we were talking about before, like you learn from the things that don't go to plan or don't go your way. I guess.
That's why it's so important to do like what you're doing, where you tell people about these things and like it's okay for it to have not gone perfectly. Don't worry, you're not messed up. Like that's just normal.
Yeah.
We can get past that.
I have a feeling that these women, these young girls, will all learn from each other's experiences. Like they're going to open up more and talk about what they've been going through, and I get the impression that like all of these women are not talking about their feelings, or they're not talking about what they're going through. They're all really in their heads at the moment.
Yeah, and that's an interesting thing as well, because there was the girl who we said was like a cheerleader girl, like super religious, and that's like another aspect of it where like there's a lot of that repression because it's like seen as bad and like not something you should talk about. And then, as you say, you make mistakes and you don't know who to turn to because all of your support network is really like, you know, they don't think it's okay.
A lot of rules.
I feel like that they are learning that if they share problems, and it's like such a cliched saying, but a problem shared is a problem halved. And what we all need to do in our society is to talk more. When we were growing up, we didn't ever discuss things like mental health. And actually, if we had, from a younger age, there'd be no stigma attached to it, and you'd know that these things are things that people go through, everyone goes through. we're all different, we're also all the same at the same time. And if they're all coming in with different struggles, and this turns out to be, as we suspect it might, the point of the therapy, then like maybe the therapy is them learning to work together and share things.
Although this is a very extreme way to explain simulate, well, it's not even simulate, a real plane crash, and that would explain why we didn't see the pilot and the
I
guy.
would say it's like very heavy on the plot.
Yeah.
Like the plot, I really love the show so much, and I love like the theme of going back in time and how it's like mixing the different time zones really seamlessly as well. Because I think often in shows when they're flipping back and forth to the present, future, past, it can sometimes feel like what's going on. Whereas this, I wasn't confused. So I really like that about it as well.
I also love the fact that they were all working together. It reminded me of like female empowerment, and that it can be demonstrated or shown in like different ways. You know, just seeing them work together and just come, even though they had their little disputes here and there, they really did come together. Even just looking at when she was sharing her jumper, like, I'm sorry if it was me, I would have locked it away. I just met you, but, you know, but yeah.
Yeah, because it's like this innate competition a lot of the time, I think, and it's something I think we are getting over, but especially in like the gaming industry, I know there's like a competition feeling sometimes with some people where you're like, you're my competition. Like I don't know if I want to be nice to you because you're the person I'm competing directly against, and that's so unhealthy. It's so toxic.
It's much more healthy to have the like opinion that there's room for everyone.
Exactly.
But it's often really hard to remember that. But
and your time will come as well. It might not be today. It could be someone else's time, and then yours will come as well. So it still can work. Like everyone can win together.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a little bit of competition as well at the beginning as to what it means to be a woman, what it means to be feminine, what it means to be a feminist. So there was a discussion about that's not very feminist, and who is any one person to say that you're less of a feminist or more of a feminist, especially in an intersectional time, and like that's how we should be looking at it. So as they all kind of negotiate that, they'll realise that there's space for all of them and all of their feminisms, like all the different strains.
You don't need to be the gatekeeper of it as well.
I love this type of show, like one where like you have so much to talk about afterwards, and it makes you think of all these different things that you want to chat to your friends about, or you're like, oh, I didn't think about that. That's made me think of something in a different way. Like I feel like that's what good TV should be about, is like starting a conversation.
Making you think. And I think a lot of people are really resistant to that, and I'm sure there's people in chat, there's people who watch that who were just like, okay, eye rolling, like, but like, I think it's really important to like actually think about what you just saw, and how the fact that so many people can relate to that surely tells you something about the fact that that is like a realistic portrayal, really, of some of the things that we've all experienced.
Going through something different, and a few of the characters thought that they knew about what another girl was going through, what their struggle was, and the truth is they don't, and they'll have to learn, and you can't make assumptions about anyone.
Which is what you said earlier.
Yeah.
You watch it. That's true. No, absolutely.
What do you think about like the twist at the end with like with the plane crash actually being fixed? Like, that's the point.
I love it.
You love it. I love it
because it's all like it's great to have all these conversations, but also I love, like you said, like a good plot, a good plot twist, a good plot drive.
I didn't see that coming at all.
It adds a bit of dystopia to it as well, doesn't it?
I think, and it kind of elevates the show because it's got loads to it, and then it's got this added element of like having plot twists, and I have a feeling that there'll be a lot more twists to come.
But you have to wonder, like, if these girls are just people going through real life experiences where they're just like living as a teenager, going through the stuff we all go through, and then this is how extreme the answer to that has been, is to put them in this like island plane crash retreat. What have they done? What's happened here? Like, who has decided that?
I wonder if it's research as well that we'll probably read about in a journal like many years later or something. Like, you know, we had a group of 12 women that we put on an island because they were going through trauma, and this is what happened several years later. I just don't think it's going to go well.
Like
I really do want to see
it.
It is a social experiment, isn't it? Yeah.
I saw someone wrote that it was like Lost meets Mean Girls or something.
It was, because she told her, do you remember the bit? She was just like, you have the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen, and I was waiting for her to do the Regina George line to be like,
I think you're pretty.
So you agree? Exactly. I think you're pretty.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, it was really
it
amazing.
really good.
Yeah, and I love the idea of them being on this island, and like you see it straight away. The first thing she does, she gets a suitcase, checks what she looks like, because you're like, oh my god, am I still me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised by the luggage.
Yeah.
I was like,
I don't know. I think these are like little things that are put on purpose, like all the Diet Cokes and all the luggage, and also the fact that they all put when they said, "Does anyone know CPR?" They all put their hands up, but they all were like, "How do we all know CPR?" Like they didn't know how.
rude. They
Yeah.
made sure they had some CPR people on board.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
Amelia be knowing. That is true.
They did.
That is true.
And that's why she was so, because they obviously didn't plan for anyone to die. So they must have this operation just really smoothed out that like they can enact a plane crash where no one dies.
How many times have they done this?
Yeah,
do it
they've
every
done
week.
it.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe they're
Probably.
like in cahoots with
probably
like the
got different
dolphins
branches.
and the whales and stuff. to bring them back.
Yeah.
I really want to know what's going to happen with like the questioning as well. Like, are they police officers or investigators or?
Probably investigators.
Yeah, probably.
Where's
Or
that
like
going to go?
debriefing.
Yeah.
Like, when you've been through something traumatic, you talk through it all.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
happens on Big Little Lies when they like have them talking about the incident at the beginning, so you know something's happened.
See, now that's really important as
Yeah.
well, because we have a lot of reality TV these days. Like, I don't know if you guys watch Love Island, but like
Yeah.
you see all the
bit.
things that happen with Love Island. For those of you, like I know most of you in chat might not have watched Love Island, but let's just say it throws people in a situation where it unnaturally forces people into a lot of scenarios that they, because they're in camera, they are forced to feel like they should perform and feel confident in. But oftentimes they end up not feeling confident, and it ends up messing with their mental health quite a lot. And it's been a big discussion about how the fact that you go on these reality shows and you need support. You need that debrief. You need that support to tell you that like that's okay. Like what you're feeling is completely normal and fine. And that was a huge discussion that was had like last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's maybe like when you watch it, it's comforting a bit to know that like she's in the room with the investigator.
Yeah.
Like, so you kind of in your head when you're watching it, you know, okay, I'm going to really enjoy watching this all play out, but in the back of my mind, I kind of know a bit of what might happen.
And it's our way of getting the backstory.
Exactly.
I do wonder if their parents know what's going on, or if they
right?
who consented to this.
No one called the parents.
All right,
Trying to call the swim coach and then.
in the last bit,
that's
it's all
interesting
put
that one
together, and she had the waterproof suitcase.
Yeah.
So I think the parents 100% knew what they were getting in for.
Oh, the waterproof.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So they
That's
bought it
true.
for her.
That is, I'm sorry, that's a bit strange of the
creepy.
parents.
Why would you
isn't
buy a
it?
waterproof suitcase? What, in what scenario would you need a waterproof suitcase?
To like an event, like
Your
a
parents are trying to kill you.
therapy where your plane crashes.
It's kind of messed up, yeah. I wonder if in future episodes we see more little things like that where the parents have like kind of prepared a little bit for it.
But as you said, it's interesting that none of them did phone their parents.
Yeah.
Because, well,
Yeah.
they're all, it's whatever it is that they're going through, and this is teenagehood. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but there's times when you hate your parents, or and when you're having those traumas, when you're having those life events, you feel like your parents don't understand, and the truth is they probably did. They probably would have done.
There's like a period of mistrust, I think, you go through
Yeah,
with your
yeah.
parents.
It's just and
Absolutely.
miscommunication.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't think they could ever relate to anything that you're going through right now.
Parents
Oh
just
my
don't
god,
understand.
I very vividly remember saying
Don't
to my mum,
understand me.
"Yeah, it's not a phase." Mum. For real. But no, that was it was good. I'm looking forward to seeing episode 2 now. 'Cause I want to see where it goes with this whole.
I feel like I could binge that.
I'm doing that
me too.
when I leave here. That's what
Yeah.
I'm doing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to.
Well, I just want to put a big shout out as well to some of the artists who've made some of the beautiful art in the background.
yes.
We've had Sophie Rose Brampton, Pink Bits, Marcy Mintrose, Amy Isle Freeman, and Naomi Gennery. Or Jennery, I'm not sure, I apologise. But yeah, they've made all this fantastic artwork and this really cute set as well.
Can we
It's so
take it
adorable.
with us?
I will say yes, and then
They've said
probably
yes,
no
it's
later.
yes. Right.
Which one do you want?
I want all of them.
But yeah, unfortunately, that's the end of the stream for now. So thank you so much to all of you guys at home for watching. I know it's not been our usual kind of thing, and I appreciate you all in chat. I've seen you all. Thank you for supporting the stream. Thank you to my lovely guests for joining me today. It's been
Thank
a
you
pleasure.
for having us.
Thank you. And I will see you guys tomorrow, I think. So have a fantastic evening. Good night.
Bye. Yeah.